What's good with y'all? It's your boy Spiritual Low. Hope y'all great, y'all having a good day. It's been a minute, you know, that I'm not dropping videos, and things of that nature as well. Just being busy, and focusing as well in my other content, reaction videos, and yeah, just being busy. So I didn't upload, a lot of videos, about what's going on. There's a lot of bullshit that's going on now, as we all can see in the world, things of that nature. But yeah, I just want to speak about this one because this one, you know, it's pissing me off, but, you know, it's part of the agenda, if you know, I know y'all know majority of the people, that is into spirituality, and, they know about the Matrix and, all of that. They know what's going on, in this Matrix. Let's keep it a buck, you know. And everybody knows, not everybody, but the people that know, they know, they know dumb, This elite, this industry, they cannot fool us, So I want to talk about this one because this is going crazy, There's a lot of clips, people sharing a lot of clips about a lot of incidents, about a lot of cases that is going on, in the West, like United Kingdom, a lot of countries though, in Europe, Spain, in Portugal, in France, in Germany, a lot of countries, about the illegal migrants. So I've been seeing a lot of clips that, there's a lot of them already inside, majority of the countries, including my country, myself, even on my country, in Portugal, is full of them. I don't even know how, and this is a plan, this is part of the agenda, about bringing these people in, because it's the government themselves are the ones who putting these people in, they are the ones, because it's just crazy to see the amount of numbers of these people they are inside of the countries. The United Kingdom is going crazy right now with this that is going on, in England, in the United Kingdom, in the UK. I think it's a completely chaos, and that shit is gonna escalate. I made videos before even saying about the civil war that's gonna happen soon, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be in the UK, US as well. It's gonna be all the countries, let's be honest, because this shit is going on with the illegal migrants or whatever what they describe them. This is a setup, this is just an agenda, and I think it's an invasion. Let's be completely honest. The clips that I saw, and I saw how they come and what kind of people that come in, on boats and things of that nature. Man, this is an invasion for me, man. And I know y'all, a lot of y'all think about the same. This is an invasion. Come on. It's the same type of people that come in. There's no women, there's no children, and it's always people like from North Africa or Central Africa, whatever, like Muslims or whatever, and Arabs, and they coming in numbers, and it's all the same. I saw clips in Portugal. These guys, they came by boat. They look like the same. I think they came from Morocco or something like that. They look like the same. I saw the ones in the UK as well. They look like the same. This is an invasion. And why is the government of these people's country not saying nothing about it? Because this is a plan. This is an agenda. They all together, the governments from all the countries in the West and all of that, they negotiated with them. This is just part of a plan. Bring these people in a huge amount to all the countries, and keep them hidden or whatever, or just trying to put them on, into the society. And later on, when something will go down, they're gonna be the first one to give weapons to these individuals, and these individuals are gonna be the ones who's gonna strike back. And it's gonna start a war, a civil war, and the government is gonna use these folks, these individuals, it's gonna get to a level, it's gonna escalate, and the government in the end is not gonna have an option then bring heavy, let's say heavy actions, like extreme actions, and they're gonna with that, that's gonna be just a way for them to input new laws, new order, more controlled bullshit, on the mankind. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's gonna be to a point you're not even gonna be able to go to your own toilet, because you have to keep a camera on you, on a device on you, that it tracks down all your movements, all the payments that you're gonna be doing. They're gonna control that. They're gonna control your bank, everything they're doing online on the internet. They're gonna track that shit down. They're already doing that shit, I think. They're gonna track that shit down. Everybody, everywhere. It's just cameras. They now just saying, to make payments. I don't know, to traveling. It has to be your face. You don't need a passport. It has to be your face type of shit. They bringing that type of control, that type of bullshit. And that's what they wanna do. They wanna restrict us in a way that we cannot say, A or B. We're going to be completely controlled by these folks, by the elite. That's what they want to do. It's like the movies. They put that shit on the movies, And when it gets to that time, it's going to be a next step. We already see, they already have AI. The AI is crazy, The one that he claims that he is the god of AI, the one who created AI, he said he doesn't understand about that shit. He created that shit, but he said he doesn't understand that shit. So y'all know what that means. They don't have control about the AI. They don't understand how AI can develop and how AI is growing up so fast. That's what he means. Because he said he doesn't understand it. Because it's like he created that shit, that shit is a virus, Any software, whatever that you create is a virus. You have to put a defense, an antivirus on it. It's like they trying to put an antivirus on the AI. It doesn't work. That shit evolving. It's evolving all the time. So you know what that means. And they want to bring robots, cyborgs. There's already out robots and cyborgs. All the countries, they already have a certain amount of cyborg soldiers in the army. Imagine if they put that shit work with the AI how it is right now. They don't have control. That shit is gonna turn on us. It's gonna turn on us as well. So, man, I spoke about this a few years ago. Times of COVID. Times of all that bullshit. And man, it's actually getting real. This is an agenda. It's part of the agenda. They have to follow that. It's actually getting real. Y'all need to pay attention to the movies. Y'all, that what's the movie is the Exterminator. The mankind, the humans, they're fighting against the cyborgs. It's an invasion against the cyborgs. We're getting executed. We by the cyborgs. It's a war too. About the mankind against these AIs. And this guy that created the AI system, he said he doesn't understand the AI at all. Man, you're already letting us know. That shit is gonna fuck us up. The AI, it's gonna fuck up everything. But yeah, back to the subject about these illegal migrants. They coming, to all the countries, and they is a is a invasion. That's what I gotta say. It's an invasion. They say that they have war in their country. I don't know. It don't make no sense for me. Just men's coming on a boat, young men and guys are there, and they all militaries from their country, Syria, whatever. They all militaries, and they coming on a boat together. The government, instead of arrest them and deport them straight away, now it's putting them in hotels, giving them money all the time, pack of cigarettes, free food, clothes. They're not entitled to work, but these clips people figure it out. They went inside of the garage in the hotel. They see a lot of those delivery motorbikes that people that do delivery use. They found a lot of them there. Man, you know this this is the worst thing, is because the government is the one behind this bullshit. Even myself, even I realized yesterday I just ordered something online, you know and the delivery guy, he came to bring me my order. Came on the model, like those models they was find on the, what's the word, found on the videos by people. And the guy, I'm seeing the guy is lacking on English, obviously. Who does those jobs is those people. But I'm seeing his arms, he has a lot of tattoos in Arabic. And I'm thinking in my head, hold on. Because Muslims, it's forbidden for Muslims to have tattoos. Muslims that they have tattoos is only two type of Muslims, but they say that the people say that they are not Muslims because they do that, whatever. It's the ones that they are called Shias, is another group, or it's the ones that they are the fanatics, the rebels. Those are the ones that have those type of things. And the guy was with full of tattoos, in Arabic, in his arms. And I was looking at him, I was like, man, this guy's a migrant. And in my head I was like, how the fuck is you working? How the fuck you have a job already? Like, you're working. There's people struggling to get a job. The percentage of unemployment is so high to a point that to get a job is about luck. And these people, and I saw this guy doing this job already with the tattoos. I was like, and I could tell that the way how he looked, body language and stuff like that. I was like, this guy is this guy did the army before, because the way how he moves and type shit. So the government is putting all these people in the countries. The citizens, the population is pissed off because of this. And man, you have 1000% to be pissed off, man. You have to be pissed off, man. We all have to be pissed off with this, man. This is a straight up setup, invasion in our faces, man. I don't know how the government, man, we in a spiritual way, we know what they live, how they are, they don't care about us, but to see people like in the UK, they protesting and defending, their land, their culture, their country, and they are the bad scene, for the police. The police is like is with the migrants. But it's just sad and disgusting, how the government, this agenda is going on. All the countries, because if a legal migrant is coming, illegally, man, straight away you should arrest him, deport him, whatever, jail. It doesn't matter. You need to take action straight away. You know, you need to take action straight away. Not giving them hotels to stay, things of that nature. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know, if a person that trying to comes legally, they have to follow the requirements, you know, all of that to go to the country, you know, to be legally on that country, you know, with the right documents, you know, legally, you know, having like the residence, you know, the right to work type shit, you know. So these individuals, you know, they came by boat, you know, they so-called migrants. For me, they just military, you know, individuals from those countries that they are bringing here, you know, for something big that will gonna happen. And I believe that shit is really gonna happen, you know. And I believe is when the people would had enough and they all go out to fight back. And when it's gonna bring the real chaos, you know, the government gonna release these people, you know, gonna give them weapons, gonna tell them kill them all, you know. And later on, it's gonna be a big civil war, you know. People's not gonna be able to go out, type of shit. This is gonna be like a war zone. The government is gonna come out, you know, with the army, with cyborgs or whatever, the new method that they wanna, you know, use it, and they're gonna try to input order and bring new laws and heavy, you know, ways to control and take over about the situation and people. And it's just a plan, you know. This is just a plan, you know. They destroying the countries, they destroying our countries. The government himself, they destroying our countries just to put the power. These motherfuckers, Freemasons, the elite Zionists, Illuminati is part of the music industry, but whatever. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Because of these fucking reptilians, you know, that they think they are the illuminated ones because they know the truth and they follow the, you know, the entity that create humans. I don't know if y'all know about the story about how mankind was created. It was created by an extraterrestrial being, you know, and they follow that extraterrestrial being because that extraterrestrial being is evil, you know. And all these bullshit that is going on, you know, it's just in order because of these entities, you know, religions, you know, all these traps, cultism, all these bullshit. This is all part of in order for you to obey that entity, you know, that these motherfuckers, Freemasons, you know, these, you know, governments, they all pray, you know, and follow, just to have power, control, and take over, you know. So I believe something big is gonna happen about this, and it's really sad to see that the government don't care about this, because we already know this is plan of them, you know, this is part of, you know, of them. The police, they just the puppets, you know. I know people are pissed off at the police, but the police is just the puppets. They're just following orders, you know. What else they can do, you know? I don't know even if they know that we, you know, we are right against, you know, this situation, but they just following orders. They don't even know what to do, you know, because the police should be the ones to grab these goofies and take them out of here. You know, deportation, straight deportation at all, no hesitation. And if they complain, man, eliminate them, raise, you know, simple. These countries, they will do this shit, you know. Saudi Arabia, you know, these Middle Eastern countries, you know, Saudi Arabia, Emirates, you know, they don't play around. Why you don't see that shit over there? Why they do not accept these people? They, they claim themselves they Muslims. That's a Muslim country. But why those countries they don't accept these people? Why? Why if so? When something small happens, the the punishment is extremely heavy. Why? Countries like Saudi Arabia, Iraq, they don't claim those such groups like Muslim Brotherhood or whatever that these people, they claim or whatever. They don't claim. They say that those are considered like terrorists. And I was watching, about this stuff, and I was thinking, so why these people come to our countries? They want to have a better life. Okay, everybody's entitled to have their right if you follow the requirements, if you follow the law, if you respect other countries' culture, other countries' traditions, other countries, beliefs, other countries, type shit, So they come to our countries and start demanding, oh, we want the Sharia law, oh, you guys cannot eat this, or oh, you guys cannot drink this. But who are you to come to my country and demand, things that you don't want to see, or type shit, or you want because of your cult, because man, man, if you for this is this is on my spiritual channel, so I'm talking to people that knows the truth. Religion is cults, it's dark cults. If you know, there's no such truth. It's all cults. It's all radical movement. Implants just to So don't bring that bullshit. So if you wanna live, if they wanna live in Sharia law and all of this, you cannot drink outside, and the women need to be covered and things of that nature. Why they don't go to Islamic country that have those rules? Why they have to come to the West, to our countries and demand that shit? It don't make no sense, because if you wanna live with true, those laws and that shit that you fancy in your head, just go to another Islamic country. There's a lot of Islamic countries, and there's a lot of Islamic countries that it's even richer than our countries. Go to Saudi Arabia, go to Emirates, go to Kuwait, go to Qatar, go to those countries. But guess what? Those countries don't even accept them. Those countries call them as terrorists. Those countries don't claim them. They do bullshit, or they go illegal to those countries. They dead sentence. Arrested or dead sentence straight away. Those countries don't claim them. They don't claim them as Muslims. So is something going on this? There's something behind on this. These people, radicals, this is an invasion. If they own countries, not their own countries, but these specific countries from Middle East don't claim them, don't accept them. Why us we have to? If they say that they are like radicals and they look like terrorists, so why is the West claiming these people? Why the government is? This is a setup. This is a setup. Something big is gonna happen. This is a setup, man. It's like, man, all people. One thing is, but this is how the government is so clever, and how this dark, this dark shit is so clever, and the devil is so clever. We are divided, Because instead of the human, this is only to divide us against each other and to fight against each other. Because if the humanity was together, we was all together, we could, deal with this problem straight away, no matter what the government says. And we even should shut down the government. There's countries that the government, if they do corruption or they do bullshit, man, they get shut down. Presidents get killed. That's what we should do. We should reset this world from the evil. All these Illuminati elites, bullshit, Rothschild, whatever, all these people, that runs the world, they need to get shut down. We should clean the world and reset. Take, out of all this evil. But no, we divided. We're fighting against each other. Now you see on the internet people against each other because a Chinese person has an American passport, so she's American. Of course she's American. But people saying, you're not American, you look Chinese. People on this stupid mentality, dividing us, bullshit. What you mean? She looks Chinese, her naturality might be China, but her nationality is American. Or she was born and raised in America, but her descendants is from China. That doesn't take out that she's American. She's American. Obviously she is. Nationality doesn't have color, doesn't have, type shit. But I don't know how people now brought this to their mind and they're making a big case of this. And they're doing this on the moment that we're getting invaded. This is just bullshit. That's what the evil is. The evil is winning with this. They know what they're doing. That's how they control people. They put fear. They manipulate people. They divide people. And people just fall for these traps instead of stick up together and get rid of this problem that we are facing right now. Because the government is not even doing nothing. It's the ones who are making this poison, bringing this poison to the countries. But yeah, I'm just gonna say one more time, something big is gonna happen, in a spiritual level, and man, it looks like the end of the human beings is, the time of the human beings is coming to an end. I think we're gonna be controlled by technology, man. It's looking like we're going to those times, man. They're gonna get rid of us and change us, swap us for technology. But yeah, man, this is really, it sounds really bad news about this invasion that is going on. We need to take action. People need to take action in their countries, and fight back. And even if it's necessary, man, the government needs to bring down. They need to bring the government down. It needs to be taken down because they are the evil themselves. These Zionists, these Freemasons, man, they need to get down. Because all these leaders from the countries, all these leaders, including the Middle Easterns, whatever in the world, they all together. They're part of a cult. They all pray for the same entity. They all do rituals. They all do sacrifices. The sacrifices is us. In order to get power, they summon the demons and things of that nature, man. Because they believe in the one who created them, the reptile that created them. They believe, on that shit. That's why they are called the illuminated ones, And that's why they divided from us by the blood types, by the royal families and things of that nature, because those are the ones that it comes from their line, from the reptilians that that was evils, and they created the world and things of that nature. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man, for this video. I didn't want to put make a video, but yeah, just to, man, sharing my opinion, talking with y'all, man, about the situation. So let's see how it goes, man. I hope people actually open their eyes and stop fighting against each other and stick together and get rid of this, make take actions, about these illegal migrants, because this is an invasion for sure. These people, this is an army. It's coming to our countries. It's an invasion for sure. You know, and I witnessed a lot, about clips and what is going on. They started raping people, going to people's houses, targeting people, man, and it annoys me. It pisses me off, and it makes me worry that such thing is actually becoming truth, an evasion. So, man, hopefully, everybody open their eyes and and they fight the evil. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is Spiritual Law. Peace, love.